Welcome back to Freshly Charged, guys, where we have the most affordable e-bike we've ever reviewed on the channel, the Gotrax F1 version 2. And this bike is a class 2 e-bike, range of up to 40 miles, speeds of up to 20 miles per hour, and it's got some really cool features that we haven't seen on a budget e-bike before. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. Super lightweight, weighing in at only 44 pounds, so I should be able to pick this up pretty easily. The frame color is a really cool color. It's almost like a pearl iridescent look.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that. This is almost like what the Escalades used to look like back in the day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this box open, see what's going on. Under the seat bag, a lock, a phone holder, and a bike mirror. So this is pretty cool that they come with this already, especially at the price point of $6.99. It's surprising that it comes with all these freebies. One thing about this bag is that it just can clip right into here. Clips right underneath the seat, sits down, and can easily be quick released. You can also mount it to the seat post so it stays nice and tidy. So
I mean, it's pretty awesome that it comes with a lock. That is pretty cool for security purposes.
We'll bust out these things and put them on here, but let's check out what's in this other box. Instruction manual, toolkit, foldable pedals, plastic, and some metal. So it's a combination. It's metal right here in the center and then plastic on the edges. And another cool tool that they gave you was a tire changing tool. So this is to get the tube and tire off of there for easy tire changes. 54.6 volt charger with a 2 amp output. The bike itself is a 48 volt, 10.4 amp hour battery, so it should take you just slightly over 5 hours to charge from empty to full. I do like this because on the website it said that it was going to be a 1.5 amp charger, so they have upgraded it to a 2 amp charger.
We've got the F1 V2 all set up. Andrew's gonna do a quick walkthrough starting from top to bottom. What do we got, Andrew?
Yeah, starting out with the cockpit, you have the half twist throttle on the right, the mirrors that come with it. We added them on, but if you don't prefer mirrors, you can just leave them off. One thing I love about this is the stunning color display. A lot of budget e-bikes, they use that grayscale display that I just don't love at all. This actually looks like it's from 2024 rather than 1990. Nice little bell on the left. You have the control module for the display, the plus and minus to go through the different pedal assist levels. There's 5 pedal assist levels. Mechanical brake levers, nice rubberized grips with wings on them. And then one thing that's pretty interesting that I like about this bike is that it doesn't matter what pedal assist level you're in, whether you be on pedal assist 1 or 5, you can throttle all the way to 20 miles per hour. So moving down from the cockpit, you have this adjustable neck. This thing can go really high or really short. Almost like what Dalton said in the background was chopper style of a bike. So I could actually bring this all the way down, right like a chopper. But it's really designed for all sorts of different heights. You can be really short or really tall with this bike. You also have a foldable neck to make it nice and compact. Let me just show you what it's like to fold the whole bike. Very simple, you just pop this up, drops into place, open this up, and folds real compact. Not too heavy at all. To get it undone, drop that into place. Really easy to fold and unfold. Can get it done in just under 10 seconds. Quick disconnects for easy maintenance. Front facing light. A 20 by 2.6 inch pneumatic tire. 160 millimeter brake disc with mechanical disc brakes. Moving towards the frame, you have the battery that's inside of here. To access it, you have to pop open the bike, pull out the key, and then now it'll come right out. This is a 48 volt, 10.4 amp hour battery, so 499.2 watt hours. Foldable pedals that are blended between metal and plastic. Single speed, quick disconnect for the motor cable. So if you ever need to do a tire change, it's not as painful. You don't have to wire it all the way back to the controller. And then you have the rear light. This rear light acts as a brake light as well, which is really sweet because a lot of these bikes, they just have a rear tail light, but they don't interact as soon as you brake on it. Another 20 by 2.6 inch tire, which has an off-road tread on it. 350 watt motor with a top speed of 20 miles per hour. Single speed, and also another 160 millimeter brake disc with mechanical disc brakes. Overall, pretty sweet deal for $6.99, especially that it comes with the mirror, the phone holder, and the extra bag, and the little goodies and the tools. But let's get this thing freshly charged, take it for a spin, and tell you what we love about it, what we hate about it, and should you buy the Gotrax F1 V2.
All right, it is a beautiful spring day. We are out ripping on these Gotrax. We've got both of them behind us right here, but we're gonna focus on the F1 V2.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Similar to a BMX style e-bike.
Dalton was riding on this before. Initial thoughts?
Pretty awesome. I like how lightweight it is. So far it rides pretty smooth even though there's not a suspension on it. So definitely curious to maybe put it through some tests and see how it does. The
cheapest e-bike we've reviewed on the channel. We're gonna keep riding. At our next stop, we're gonna talk about the things that we love about this bike. All right, here we are with the Gotrax. Let's start off by talking about what we love most about this bike. It's a really budget-friendly bike, the least expensive bike that we've reviewed on the channel at $699. And it comes with more than just the bike.
Yeah, it came with free mirrors, a free bag, free folding lock, free tool for tire changes. But really my favorite thing is the color display. Most of the bikes that are $1,200 or below come with a black and white display. The other thing is this is very similar to the XP Lite that we reviewed in the past, except for it has a bigger motor, bigger battery, comes with a lot more freebies.
Yeah, and I would say, Andrew brought up the XP Lite. This looks just like the XP Lite. The paint job is different. I do like this paint color that they've chosen. So good looking paint choice. I love the branding. I like the paint designs.
I think the thing that I like most about it is how easy it is to fold and collapse, but also be lightweight. Some of these bikes that we've reviewed in the past, not to name names, are very tricky to get folded and then they're falling out over the place, or they're still really heavy once you fold them. So the combination with the price is pretty awesome.
I know we've folded in the past, but I want to see Dalton demonstrate how easy it is to fold this bike.
First time, guys, so no judgment here. Open like that.
Perfect.
Pull that forward.
Oh.
And just like that. So only at 46 pounds. I mean, I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment. I wouldn't want to carry it upstairs, but if I needed to, it wouldn't be a huge deal at all. Pretty light and pretty foldable.
It's nice that there's quick disconnects for all the motor cables, for the front end, for easy servicing. The seat is really comfy. It's nice and padded. The other thing that I love about this is that they use Xiaoyang tires. I prefer Xiaoyang tires over BFT CST tires, simply because they have a softer compound and they grip better. There is no derailleur on here, it's a single speed, so you don't have to worry about that getting bent, especially because you're gonna be folding these bikes. A lot of foldable e-bikes, they have a derailleur guard, but even that tends to still bend every once in a while, and then you have to do some adjusting, so this is a very low maintenance bike.
I love the simplicity. I love how minimalist this is, and that is why it is so affordable. We are going to keep riding. Our next stop, we're going to talk about the things that we don't like about this bike. When looking at e-bikes or e-scooters, any personal electric vehicle, one of the things you need to look at is the company that you're buying it from. You want to make sure it's a company that's been around for a while, that they're not just going to make a quick buck and then disappear. This company here with Gotrax, they've been around, they're reputable.
Gotrax is based in the US out of Carrollton, Texas, and this bike comes with a 2-year warranty, where a lot of the bikes only come with a 1-year warranty.
All right, Dalton, you missing Alabama?
Not really.
Dalton's from Alabama, and now he's here in Colorado working with us. And we are waiting on Andrew. We're gonna do a brake test. Normally he accelerates to about 20 miles an hour and then brakes as hard as he can.
20.
Okay, so you stopped right in front of me. I can see where the skid mark starts.
So it's about 20 feet to stop. I was going 20 miles per hour. They're mechanical disc brakes, so they work well, but the Xiaoyang tires, as you can see, they have really good grip. That's why you can see the skid mark of how I stopped. A lot of these e-bikes, they use budget-friendly tires like CST, BFT tires, and you don't even see the marks because they're just such a hard compound.
Okay. You know the drill. Let's talk about the things that we don't like about this bike. Each of us are gonna take a swat at it. Andrew, start us off.
The packaging job could have been a little bit better. We did have some damage upon shipping. I'm sure they probably would have sent us a new bike or some color correction, but if they would have just packaged it a little bit better, I don't think there would have been this damage.
I mean, what about the packaging was lacking, would you say?
Honestly, I'm surprised it even had damage because it looked perfectly fine. It didn't look like any styrofoam was broken or the box is broken. I just think if they could secure it a little bit better in the box, it probably wouldn't jostle around as much.
Honestly, I have a main concern right here with this little cable. The cable wrap is really long and it looks like it's going down and wanting to maybe rub and touch that tire, which I've yet to see it do, but it does seem like it could be a problem in the future, as well as I just think it maybe looks a little bit tacky with this big old cable coming out here.
What Dalton's talking about here, this is after we've manipulated it a little bit, because really when he was first riding, it was rubbing on the tire, but we've scooted it out of the way and it is is doing a much better job now. But in order to get this look, we've had to kind of pull some of the slack out over here. So now you have this cable that could get in the way. But in the end, cable management could be improved. For me, the accessories that it comes with, it's a nice touch, but realistically, I'm never going to use these mirrors on a bike like this. Instead, I think seat post suspension would be of much more utility. My butt would thank me, and it would just make the ride so much more pleasant.
Front-facing light, it's not very bright, and I do like that it has foldable pedals, but they're plastic, so I would have liked for them to be all metal.
We have been taking this off-roading, and we're getting these little goat heads here, and I'm gonna pull it out. Psst. You can see how sharp that is. And a lot of bikes now are adding tire sealant or a coating within their tires to help prevent flats. We don't have that here. So stay tuned to the end of this video to see if we're ending up having to walk this bike home because of a flat tire.
I do love that all the pedal assist levels let me throttle all the way to 20 miles per hour. But the problem is if I'm in pedal assist 0, I can't use the throttle. I do wish that bike companies would allow me to use the throttle in pedal assist 0.
All right, so those are the things that we don't like about the F1 V2. We're gonna keep riding. While we ride, we're gonna talk about who we think should get this bike. And I'm just gonna start off right here. I think someone like Dalton should get this bike. Why do I think someone like Dalton should be riding this bike? Because he lives up multi-levels, so he needs to fold this so that it's compact and he's able to store that away in his apartment. And then we'll talk about why you should and who should get this bike as we continue riding. One of the things I'm noticing following these guys is Dalton on the F1, he is standing most of the time while he's riding, like so. It reminds me of when I was a kid riding my BMX bike, my little cheap Kmart Huffy bike. I was standing most of the time. In my mind, I thought it made me cooler when I did that. But now I realize it was because my bike never had suspension and I was saving my butt and my spine from the jolting. Would you say that's why you're standing, Dalton?
Yeah, absolutely. When I rode this one, I didn't have to stand at all, but this thing, every single bump, it's going right up your spine unless you're standing up and absorbing it with your knees.
All right, Andrew, who should buy the F1 V2?
You should buy the F1 if you're on a budget and looking for a quality bike with pretty much everything you need to get going. You should also buy it if you've been looking at the XP Lite but would like a bigger motor, a bigger battery, and free accessories.
All for a lower price. Check out our full written review at freshycharge.com. Thanks for watching, and when you guys ride, wear your safety gear.